All right, good morning, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be working through one of our textbook pages, which I did upload into Schoology under 14-4 textbook practice. So just like we do in class, we're going to work through some of this together. If you need to pause the video so that you can try things independently, I will prompt you to do so, especially when we get down to the independent practice section, and then we'll go through and check our answers together. But 14-4, this today is all about estimating liquid volume. And if you watch the interactive notebook lesson, you know that the metric units of measure we use for liquid volume are liters, which is about the size of my ginger ale bottle here, or we use milliliters, which remember, milliliters means mini liters. Milliliters, mini liters. So if you look at my beaker here, make sure you can see it. The part that says 5, if I were to fill this up with water or any kind of liquid, that would be 5 milliliters. So milliliters are actually very, very small, okay? So that's what we have to think of. So today is looking at different sizes of liquid and choosing which unit of measure would be the best and being able to estimate, which means kind of make an appropriate guess. Remember, when we're estimating, we don't want our guesses to be crazy, not too big, not too small, but we want them to be appropriate. We want them to be reasonable. So let's look at number 1 first. It says Susie estimates the capacity, which means how much liquid, of a water glass as 3 liters. Hakeem estimates the capacity as 1/4 of a liter. Is Susie or Hakeem's estimate more reasonable? So I want you to think of a glass of water. And if you have a water glass near you, you could even maybe hold it and look at it. And I don't, but I do have my morning coffee. You guys know I have it. So let's pretend this is this is water. And Susie is saying that the capacity of this would be 3 liters, or 3 of these. Do you think 3 of these could fit into 1 water glass? Okay. Hakeem is estimating that the capacity is 1/4 of a liter. So if I were to dump all of this liquid out and I would divide it into fourths, then Hakeem is saying that would be about as much of a water glass. So what do you think? If you're thinking Hakeem's estimate is more reasonable, you're correct. Okay, Hakeem because 3 liters, and if you're ever abbreviating, friends, liters would be L like that. Milliliters would be little l, little m, little l, like that. Okay, so 3 liters is too much for a water glass, right? Don't you think if I were to dump 3 of these into a water glass, it would probably be overflowing, right? So it's probably 1/4 of a liter. Ending punctuation. Okay, number 2, find a container that you predict will hold more than a liter. So a container maybe in your house or in your kitchen that you think will hold more than this, and another that you predict will hold less than a liter, so less than this. So go ahead and pause and try to find something. For me, my container in my kitchen that holds less than a liter is like this little cup. And maybe if I was bringing a snack to school, like some berries or something, I would put this in here. If I was gonna fill it up with liquid, like maybe salad dressing or something, it would be less than a liter. See, this is way less than this one. If I filled this up, it would overflow this, so this would be less than a liter. My item that I have in my kitchen that is more than a liter I brought, I don't even know if it'll fit on here, is my big mixing bowl. See my big mixing bowl? That is way more than a liter. That one is bigger. So go ahead and look at your items, okay? Now we're getting into some problem solving, so let's read our directions. In 3 through 6, circle the better estimate for each. So in all of these, it gives us either a picture or words, and we have to circle which one is the more appropriate estimate. So here's like a glass of milk. Is this 1/4 of a liter or 2 liters? What do you think? I'm gonna say it's 1/4 of a liter. This pail, do you think that it would be 100 liters or 1 liter? Could 100 of these fit in there? I don't think so. I think this one would be like 1 liter. A bottle of juice, 3 liters or 1 liter? Probably just one. 1 bottle of juice would not be 3 of these. A cereal bowl, 1/4 of a liter or 3 liters? Probably 1/4 of a liter, okay? So for the next ones on independent practice, I'm gonna fold my page so that you can really go through and look. Okay, go ahead and pause and try to do these. Go through 7 through 14 and you can stop at 17 or 15 and 16. Okay, 7 through 14, go ahead and pause. All right, so now I'm looking at these. It's the same things as the ones above with pictures or words through 7 through 14. This one is a big fish tank. 1/4 of a liter or 40 liters to fill it up. See how full it is? It's gonna be 40 liters. Okay, this looks like a measuring spoon, maybe a tablespoon. 1/8 of a liter or 1 whole liter? That would be 1/8 of a liter. Okay, the sink. So this looks like maybe a bathroom sink. Do you think 1/2 of a liter would fill that up, or would you need 14 liters? 14. A juice box, 1/4 of a liter or 250 liters? Whoa, 1/4, for sure. Okay, now it's got it in words. So a teacup, if you're having a tea party, would be 1/4 of a liter. The bathtub, to fill up the whole thing, would probably be 115 liters. The soup bowl would be 1/2 of a liter, not 3 liters. And a teapot would be 1 liter. Okay? So let's go ahead and think of numbers 15 and 16 where we're writing our own estimates, like what we think it could be. Okay, so for number 15, it says write the estimate for the capacity of a dog bowl. So if I was to look at Stella's dog bowl, we can think in maybe like 4ths or in halves of liters. I would say that Stella's dog bowl could probably hold maybe 1/2 a liter or 1 liter. Depends on how big your dog bowl is. Write an estimate for the capacity of a flower vase. So if Dad's ever bought Mom some flowers, what do you think to fill that whole thing up? I would say probably maybe 3/4 of a liter or 1 liter. Just kind of depends. You have to look at it. Okay? So let's look at these ones on the back. This is page 2 in your attachment in Schoology. For these in class, sometimes we only do some of them, just kind of like depending on how much time we have. If you want to go through and do all of them together, you totally can. But I want to talk about number 17. Generalize. Which cooler has a greater capacity? Explain your thinking. Remember, capacity means how much liquid it can hold inside. Cooler B or cooler A? This one's pretty easy. It should be cooler B, right? Because it's way bigger. It's got more space to fill up more liquid. Number 18, list these containers in order from least capacity to greatest capacity. Go ahead and pause and do this one now. So remember, you're putting them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna have least or smallest to greatest, biggest, okay? So go ahead and pause and do that. I'm gonna go with number 1 would be a soup spoon. Number 2 would be a mug. Number 3 would be a large pot. And number 4, a washing machine. Okay, so that's gonna be all that I do on our video today. If you wanna go ahead and do the rest of the page, as well as number 22 at the bottom, that's kind of like assessment practice check. Go ahead and do that. And that's it for 14-4's video lesson. Good job, guys.